Here is Amazon's first attempt at wireless earbuds. Should Apple be worried? People gonna ditch their AirPods for Echo Buds? Let's find out. Hello tech friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Craig. I get excited about new tech and seeing what it can do for us. If that sounds like something you're into, stick around. Apple came on the scene in 2016 with the true wireless AirPods. Since then, many companies have made their own version. There are a lot of cheap knockoffs. Now, Amazon has jumped in the game with the Echo Buds. But are these worth it? Are these a great alternative to something like the AirPods? Did Amazon bring something amazing, or just another set of okay earbuds to a crowded space of knockoffs and bad attempts? Let's find out. Make sure to stay through the end to hear what I like and the big dislike that may prevent me from keeping these. The Echo Buds are $129.99 in the US. This is a great price compared to AirPods at $159 and other more expensive noise-canceling earbuds. They are an in-ear design that is supposed to offer immersive sound and hands-free alignment. It has Bose active noise reduction, 5 hours of playback, and 20 hours of charging in the case. The fact that you get the same playback battery life, adjustable fit, and Bose noise reduction at a cheaper price. But how do they sound? What features do they have? Some of the other features are, there are 3 microphones to hear you speak. There's a sensor to pause or play when you remove or put in the earbuds. With these, you can call up Alexa with your voice and get a similar experience to that of using an Echo. When you have them in your ears, they connect up right away. With a double tap, it'll turn on pass-through mode, or another double tap will do Bose noise reduction, and it tells you which mode it's going through. The pass-through mode uses the microphones on the outside so you could hear what's around you without having to take them off. Now they do have the microphones, so for privacy you can mute the microphones within the app, but if you do, you will not be able to make calls with the mic muted. There's even the option to press and hold or double tap, depending on how you set it up, to access Siri or Google Assistant. They're coming for you, AirPods and Galaxy Buds. They want your assistant. They're even looking out to get you too, Pixel Buds. You're kind of expensive compared to these right here, so gotta watch out. They are a lot more discreet than AirPods because they don't have anything hanging out. They do fit in pretty tight and seal out sound. There are a lot of options for these that you can set up under the app. You can see battery status. You could turn on and off Bose noise reduction and pass through. You could adjust the sound in the equalizer. You could customize the buttons to turn on your assistant, play, pause, noise reduction. Also in the app, you can enable or disable Alexa. You can also mute the microphones through the app. Now the sound. I think the sound is nice, and it's better than I thought it would be. I was a little skeptical when these were first announced. It's not really bassy, but the bass is pretty good. I did have to turn up the bass because the default middle setting was not enough for me. At the default settings, there was way too much high end. But sound is subjective and you may like more high end. I did find they don't get very loud compared to my AirPods or my Beats X. There are a couple times I did want more volume. It was really when I was watching video. For music, they were fine. I don't know if these are going to be quite enough noise canceling and volume to wear on a plane and be comfortable hearing things. Being an earbud, it already cuts back on a lot of outside sound, but the noise reduction knocks back that outside sound even more. Pass-through is nice for letting in more outside noise that would normally be blocked from the seal of being in your ear. Now for calls. My wife said that the calls did not sound that great. She said it sounded okay on my iPhone, but tinny and not very good on my Pixel 4 XL. I've never heard that about my AirPods. These have always sounded great and no one's been able to tell the difference whether I'm using these or talking on the phone. So if you do need these for a lot of calls, they may not be good for you. You'll have to check that out. Let's go over a few of the other features. When using your voice with Alexa, it acts a lot like an Echo. For data, it's very similar to how the Echo Auto interacts with your phone. For example, if you ask for directions, it will load the map up on your phone. When you ask for music, it'll bring up music from the streaming services available to the Echoes. Now, to listen to music from your phone, you do need to start the music on your phone. When you have your phone's music started, you could then use your voice to skip tracks, play, pause, and turn up or down the volume. You have a lot of Echo features such as timers, reminders, shopping lists, skills, smart home control, drop-in, and a lot more. Really, you got to just play around with it and see which Echo controls are there, because it does do so much. I found if you set reminders, when they go off, they'll show up on your phone, and they'll go off in your ears and tell you what the reminder actually is for. You can ask for what's on your calendar, and you get your latest events read off to you in your ear. But it uses the calendar that you've synced with the app. You could set timers and they'll go off in your ear and on your phone at the same time. You can add things to your shopping list or notes. You can drop in to your Echoes at home. So if you want to talk to somebody at home through your Echoes, you just say drop in on that Echo. You can also use skills that you've set up on your Echo. I asked for it to play Jeopardy and it loaded it right up. So Jeopardy in my earbuds. I don't really play Jeopardy, but I thought, why not ask for it and see if it shows up? If you ask what's in the news, you get your news flash briefings that you set up through the Alexa app that show up on all your other Echoes. You can control your smart devices that you have synced to your Echoes or the Alexa app. Now, let's talk about what I like about these. They do seem really solid. They don't feel like they're going to break. I like that they're sweat resistant. I do like you could customize the fit with the different tips and you have the wingtip option. I like the programmable gestures, so you can change it up and do things such as bring up Siri and Google Assistant. It is nice to have flexibility with those controls. Having noise cancellation at this price point is great. Pass-through has been great for letting more of that outside sound in than you would normally get from earbuds. It does get kind of weird if you start to turn up the volume. It's almost like you're hearing too much passing through. I do also like that you can turn all of that off and just have it act like normal earbuds. I've not noticed any audio delays when watching videos on YouTube or on my streaming TV apps. I like that you don't have to use and you can turn it off in the app and then easily use Siri or Google Assistant with just a touch gesture. Overall, I think these can stand on their own without needing Alexa. That is nice. This is what I think they needed to be for this kind of device. It should just be a bonus, and the sound should be the priority. The features outside of the assistant should be the biggest priority with something like these, especially if they really want to make it a success and not just another enabled device. But the disclaimer with these and any earbuds that you would buy, AirPods included, sound is subjective. So really, there's something you got to listen to see if they're going to work for you. Now the dislikes. The matte plastic case, it's micro USB. Come on, are we done with that yet? But the matte finish, I don't like this finish. It scratches easily. There's already some scratches that were already there when I got it. I mean, they're not like scratches, they're just little wear spots. So I'm not a big fan of that case. Not a huge deal, doesn't affect performance of these. Next, I did find at times did not respond the first time I tried to call it up, especially if I was listening to like the news or something. I don't know if the voices confused it. I think the volume could be a little louder for videos and music. I think the bass is a little too low without turning it up all the way. And like I said before, I don't think the noise canceling and lower volume is going to be enough to be able to wear these on a plane and hear well. Now this is the possible deal breaker for me. And maybe for you. This is really going to vary for people. I am not sure about the fit of these. The weight on these, like this goes in your ear, but all the weight on these is really spread out. It feels kind of top heavy there. And when I was walking on the treadmill at a fast pace, they feel like they're just kind of moving around a little bit. They don't feel like they're going to fall out, but they feel weird to me. They just didn't feel as secure. And when I started to run, I felt more gentle movement. I didn't like it. They do offer the wingtips for these to help make it stick kind of to the top of your ear, but that's not an answer that works for me. I don't want to encompass this thing in silicone. I don't like the wingtip designs, and I don't think I should have to put those on to stabilize them in my ears. Personally, I would rather wear my Beats X for jogging than to have to stick those wingtips on. For you, that may not matter at all. I think it's similar with these and with AirPods. Some fit better in certain people's ears. Now, before I decide if that fit's gonna work or not, I'm gonna use them a little more, but I do have some AirPod Pros coming. And I think that will help determine what I do with these. But overall, I do think Amazon did a great job for their first earbuds. To be honest, they did better than I thought they would. They didn't use it as a crutch for these devices. They made an earbud focused on features and sound. I'm not sure if these will be replacement for my AirPods and Beats X for running. For a lot of people though, I think these are a great replacement or alternative to AirPods. They're cheaper and do offer more features. We'll see how it works out, how Amazon does with sales on these. They may not necessarily be AirPod killers, but there's some good AirPod competition. What are your thoughts on the Echo Buds? Let us know in the comments section. Next, make sure to check out this video over here to see more of the upcoming Echo products. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please subscribe, come on back, and click that bell so YouTube will tell you about the next video. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.